So it's 10 years ago, and I'm leading a mind body connection transformational conscious dance workshop. We're about to start, and a woman walks up to me and she's holding her right arm and she's cringing in pain. And she says, Jennifer, I'd love to do your workshop, but I have this incredibly painful locked shoulder. I've been to 17 different medical professionals, and I can't even lift my arm up at all on my right side. And so I tell her, Sharon, did you know that our issues actually live in our tissues? But here's the great news. Your body is wise. Your body knows exactly how to heal itself. You have an inner physician within. We start this workshop, and I train in this workshop some very powerful tools, some keys to really understanding the mind, body, spirit connection and how it all is interconnected. We get to the end of this workshop, and Sharon walks back over to me, and she lifts both sides of her face in this beautiful smile as she lifts her right arm up over her shoulder with tears streaming down her face. She says, Jennifer, this is the first time I've been able to raise my arm at all in over 6 months. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you today in this video some of the tools and secret keys that help Sharon shift and heal in what felt like to her in a miraculous way. And this is just one of many, many stories of clients that I've worked with that had issues going on with their mental health or their emotional health or their physical health. And they didn't realize the interconnectedness of all of it. And once they discovered and learned a few of these keys and how to turn on the light switch, so to speak, of their own inner healer, that inner physician within, they unlocked greater levels of energy, increased self-confidence, and this deep peace knowing that they are the CEO of their own health. Now, if we're meeting for the very first time, my name is Jennifer Joy Jiménez. I am the co-founder of the Brave Thinking Institute, the premier training center for transformational coaching, where I'm the founder of our health and well-being division and the creator of what I like to call my secret sauce of the mind, body, spirit connection. And that is a conscious dance modality that I have created called TranscenDance. And that is the secret of Sharon's story. But let's dive right into these 3 keys, these really understanding the powerful connection between our physical health, our mental health, our spiritual health, and how to increase our own energy, unlock our own healing potential and our vitality with greater ease and flow. And here's the great thing. I know that you're busy. I know you're juggling a lot. You're spinning multiple plates. You probably feel like you don't have a lot of time. You might even be currently burned out. I can relate. I certainly have had my own history with this that I have now transformed into absolute vitality, health, and harmony in my life. And I have helped thousands of incredible, powerful women do the same. So let's dive right in. Our first key is to really, number one, understand there is this powerful mind-body connection. And the important thing about that is many people are somehow, for whatever reason, and how we've been brought up and educated, that we view that our physical and mental and emotional health are separate entities. One of the things I like to say is what we've taught that we need to take our brain to be educated, our body to a hospital to get healthy, and our souls to church to be saved in a lot of ways, right? And yet, what we want to know is that we're born with this mind, body, spirit, fully wired inner connection. And that we do have this deep body wisdom that many of us have been taught to turn off the signals of. But here's what's important. The thoughts that we think, that you think, the emotions that you feel, and the actions that you take are profoundly impacting your overall health and well-being. And similarly, your physical health significantly influences your mental state and vice versa. So our first key is just simply the acknowledgement and the understanding that as you nurture this connection, you can unlock a new level of vitality and joy. Now, I'll get to how do you nurture this connection, but the first is there is an intimate and intricate mind-body-spirit connection. And as you nurture this connection, you can unlock greater levels of vitality and joy. Our second key is what I call the mind-body continuum. So have you ever noticed how stress, anxiety, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling sad, those feelings manifest physical symptoms? For example, headaches, muscle tension, even digestive issues are often the body's way of expressing the emotional distress or the mental distress that you're in. It directly impacts your physical health. So when you address your mental state, your emotional well-being, all of a sudden, you don't need to take the Advil or the Tylenol. You don't need to take a Tums or an indigestion or a digestive pill, right, to help your belly. You can actually experience amazing, immediate physical relief when you understand, oh, what mental state am I in? What emotional state I am, so that you can be more balanced. And likewise, prioritizing your physical health through even just micro minutes of movement, even one healthier choice around hydration and fueling your body with something your body feels really nourished with, and even just 5 minute little power nap can profoundly impact this mind-body continuum in a really powerful way. So that is our key number 2, is recognizing that there is this flow, this dance, this mind-body continuum, and small things to really help your mental state and emotional state will alleviate your physical body symptoms. And the third is what I call the ripple effect of self-care. So our final key really unveils this transformative power of what I call micro minutes of self-care. And here's the key: self-care is not selfish. It is an act of self-love. I'm going to say this again, especially for my powerful women. You know who you are, where you basically put everybody else's needs on the front burner at the sacrifice of your own health and well-being. So self-care is not selfish. It is an act of self-love, one of the greatest acts of self-love you could provide for your own self. And when you are thriving, when you are filled with energy, when you are loving you, you have that much more to give to those that you love. So here's the thing: even engaging in self-care practices that are 5 minutes or less not only nourishes your physical body, but it also nourishes your mental and emotional well-being. You can feel refreshed in way less time than you realize. And when you prioritize the power of a few minutes of self-care, you're sending a super powerful message to your subconscious that here's the thing, that you value yourself, that you value your health, that you matter, that you are in your inner circumference of love. So whether that's indulging in a bath at the end of a long day, practicing 5 minutes of just mindfulness, taking a little walk in nature, asking yourself at some point throughout the day, what would help me feel really nurtured today? It could be just grabbing an apple instead of skipping lunch, or hydrating yourself with, some lemon water, or taking that little 5-minute power nap. And again, doing this a 5-minute moment of self-care is not selfish. It is one of the greatest acts of self-love. So here you have it. These are the 3 keys to understanding the connection between our physical and mental health, and why that is so crucial and important, especially in today's highly stressful life and world for many of us. And that as you address your emotional well-being and your mental well-being, you can alleviate some of the physical symptoms that you might be having and restore way more harmony and balance to the mind, body, spirit connection. So remember, self-care is not selfish. It is an act of self-love. And when you embrace self-care, even in 5-minute micro moments, you can embark on a transformational journey towards a much more holistic, healthy life. So together, my mission is to help us unite our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual realms. Remember that we are a mind, body, spirit connection. And that while you do this, and when you do this, you are able to unlock a new level of vitality, joy, and overall well-being. And one way that I love to do this in less time is through using uplifting music, deep breathing, and a little moment, even just 5 minutes, one song of movement and conscious dance. I call this TranscenDance. How do you do this? It's super simple. Turn on a piece of music you love, put everything else aside, go within and literally just let your soul dance you. And that will help you unlock that inner physician within. Remember, I said your body knows how to heal. It's exactly what Sharon did at the beginning of our story. Now, granted, she did have some guidance. And if you would love to have some guidance as well, you can access my TranscenDance online live virtual class. I teach it twice a month on Zoom for clients all over the globe. It's super powerful, no movement experience necessary. What I love about TranscenDance, it's for all people, all bodies, all ages. You can do this from a hospital bed, from a wheelchair, from a chair, standing, mobile, whatever your movement ability is. You can enjoy music, uplifting music, deep breathing, and conscious, gentle movement for fun, freedom, and it is so liberating. In addition to that opportunity, I have some great resources and free gifts. So if you just click the button right here on this page, you can access some of those free gifts. So thank you so much for joining today. If you have found this information and these tips valuable, please go ahead and hit the like button, share this with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for additional empowering content. And until next time, I really encourage each one of us to really embrace the profound connection between our mind, body, our spirit, our mental health, emotional health, and physical health. And may your journey be filled with even more vitality and joy. And until next time, think bravely and act boldly.